Good morning, my friends. DRBMiller here, and I welcome you back to our Destiny world. We've been away for a few days, and the reason for that was indeed our reevaluation of the channel. As you know, we are coming to the first year anniversary of the DRBMiller channel here on Twitch, and as I told you during last week, well, the week before in fact, because we were away for about a week, we are conducting a most thorough review of all of our activities. Because, you know, the channel has been very successful. We've had a large community built, and I've been truly delighted with all that's happened here since I think it was, September of last year? And the idea was really to look at all the pros and cons of the format, the structure, of all we've done and completed here as a community. As you know, we've had somewhat a depleted Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 community during the last month, maybe last 4 weeks, and we were wondering as to why that was, because up to this point for about 11 months we've had a steady rise of our participants, our community members, and everyone who was joining us here live on air. So really, after re-evaluating, I really discovered that perhaps we are delivering a lengthy, slightly tiring format of lot of activity. Obviously, we always have been packed with activity online. That included community discussions, the news, as well as plenty of action. And what I decided was to make it a bit more snappy, a bit more focused, and indeed perhaps a bit abbreviated. I think in terms of the actual attention span, 5 hours of a broadcast is ideal for any broadcaster, which would mean one broadcast a day, 5 hours. And I think if you are stretching it after 5 hours, then the attention really becomes a bit under duress, and you lose concentration, and therefore the activity with all the participants becomes somewhat phased. And therefore I will be shortening up my broadcasts. As you know, we've been delivering the broadcast between 5 and 6 hours on average per day, 7 days a week that was already for a year. And we are going to be delivering a few more broadcasts, but in a shorter format of 3 hours. So today we are starting with a 3-hour stream of Destiny, and each one of those will be focused and scheduled. So just to put in perspective, previously we've had a lengthier community session of about an hour during the first hour, where we talked to our community participants and discussed various issues, talked about news, and I just brought you my reflections on various things. We are not going to do that anymore. We are going to start with the news, first of all. They are going to be very brief, very snappy, very much focused on whatever would have come to us on wires overnight. After that, we are going to crack on with gameplay. And then at the end, we are going to allow time for community participation and discussions, free discussion, and anything else that people want to talk about, as well as doing that whilst we are doing gaming. So it will be very much focused on the news, on the gaming, i.e. live online, broadcast gaming, where you are joining me here and we are bringing you into the party or any other format in order to participate in our activity. And then it's going to be discussions. I will be running podcasts which are going to be outside of our regular Destiny stream. And this podcast will be dedicated to a particular topic, or indeed some news, or anything which is very exciting. Like, for instance, at the moment, we are absolutely delighted to welcome Gears of War 5. And as you know, the game is coming out this week. Everyone who is a subscriber on Xbox Game Pass already has had access last week, 7 days early. And, so we have a big game release. We'll have a particular session dedicated just to that game, and we'll talk at length about all that is that game related, because this channel indeed is a video gaming channel. I am a very diverse video gamer. I've played all sorts of games. Presently I'm playing Vampire on PlayStation Now, the game that's come out on PS4 last week, and it's a wonderful, beautiful, terrific, astonishing RPG. I really hate all the reviews I read about the game. They're completely flawed, completely incorrect. No one have patience to play the game, to engage all the characters and go through the ins and outs of that wonderful RPG. Anyone who's a native Londoner like myself will absolutely adore the game, because you've got First World War London, with all of those ins and outs of the First World War activities, marred by influenza, the Spanish flu, the death and the occurrence of vampirism, and then you have all of that Victoriana, Dickensian kind of very atmospheric London present everywhere. So everyone really should try the game if you are a subscriber of PlayStation Now services. And I've told everyone, do subscribe, because indeed this is the future of gaming. Xbox Game Pass, PS Now services are basically the way the industry is going to be run in the future. So, join hands, jump in early, get to know all the ropes, and do what's necessary. Basically subscribe and play all the games. I've played so many games on PlayStation Now since I subscribed last year, and it's been a wonderful experience. So we'll get back to that in a moment, but basically our sessions are going to be very snappy, very focused, very punchy. We are not going to have any kind of periods where nothing is happening, or indeed where we are just trying to cram in everything earlier on in a session. The idea is to make it somewhat shorter, somewhat more interesting and more focused for everyone to enjoy, and therefore we are going to enable many more streams. So as you were indeed watching my channel during the last 12 months, you've seen that I experimented with some formats and some times and some schedules. We tried some, because we operate obviously within global time zones, we tried some late night streams and then early morning streams and day streams. So we settled literally for most of this year for the day stream that will start at 10 o'clock in the morning and end at 4, which was basically 6 hours of streaming every single day. That is going to be no more. And I found that to be very draining on my resources, and indeed sometimes perhaps not as effective with our community members, because as you know, lots of our people here on the continent, well I should say in Britain and on the continent, are busy. Basically they work, they're at college, or they do other things, and a lot of their gaming activity is actually late in the afternoon or at night or early in the evening. So therefore we may be focusing on earlier day streams and then maybe some evening streams, or indeed we'll just try some evening streams for the time being to see how this goes. So we are going to run a flexible week-to-week schedule. Therefore I'll publish my schedule every week on Sunday for the coming week for everyone to know, and therefore you are going to be able to know exactly what the timing is. The schedule is going to be published also on Twitter. We are going to peg it to the very top, so everyone accessing Twitter will know exactly when the streams are. So no more any form of confusion. Well, in fact, we had little confusion as the streams were very regular, but I have to say I was absolutely astonished by the number of messages I received last week. And the messages would have come in because people wondering why. And I just said, well, basically, like I told you before, we had to reevaluate the channel and find a new direction, and then crack on with activities in a somewhat different format. And that's exactly what's going to be happening. But the number of messages was quite substantial, and people saying we are really missing your stream. And some people came in on Instagram, some on Twitter, some sent me personal messages. I received lots of messages through PlayStation app, because we have loads of gamers who are tied to the channel, and indeed who are very, very valued members of our community, literally throughout, since the day one, I would say. And we really had a bit of, the experience of completion. We've had was the Solstice of Heroes season in Destiny 2, which I completed after about 3 or 4 weeks. And then we've had also, what was it, Iron Banner, which I also completed, and for weeks. So at the end of that lengthy grind, I thought it was a good idea, as we are coming to the 12th month of our existence, to conduct this reevaluation. So just to summarize, before we crack on with the game, and before we crack on with some news, I should say, we are going to be changing the format. We are going to be running our streams in a 3-hour schedule, and that is going to be happening every single day. The schedule is going to be published both here and on Twitter. You'll be able to know exactly, and on my blog, and you'll be able to know exactly what's happening when. We are going to be bringing in a lot of new content. The channel is still going to be tied to Destiny. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 are going to be the backbone. We are going to have it on, well, if not everyday basis, but very, very frequently on most days. And even if we were doing some other stream, for instance, of an exciting new game like Gears of War 5 or The Outer Worlds that's coming out later in the year, we are going to be doing some Destiny during the day. And it's likely that's going to be PvP, and PvP is very, very popular. Or we can do, for instance, Escalation Protocol in Destiny 2. We can do some Crucible in the sequel, and also one of my favorite activities is Gambit. Gambit is absolutely, truly delightful. So, Destiny 2 is providing us always with many more options than Destiny 1, but as you know, people are still very well dedicated to the original, and therefore will run both PvP and the weekly strikes and the nightfall and, you know, all the niceties of the original on a very, very regular basis. Right, so without further ado, I'll summarize. Our new schedule is starting from today. The channel has been reevaluated. We had rescheduled the way we are delivering the content here. We are going to start every single day at a specific time. We'll start with the news. The news will be followed by action online, which means video gaming online together with our community members. And at the end, we'll have a stretch of community discussions on various topics which are activity related, activity that we've just completed. And I'm not going to be cramming in other content within that format. Any other content, such as reevaluating new games, reflecting on my own thoughts and everything else, is going to be placed elsewhere. We are going to have a separate broadcast, like a podcast, that is going to be focused on all of those other reflections and novelties. So without further ado, we are going to crack on with the news. So, first of all, we have some very interesting news in the wire. Two things I want to tell you is, if you are not a subscriber of PlayStation Now services, please join today and purchase it on the annual basis, because you'll get it then for only about £5 a month. And there are lots of interesting games added to PlayStation Now services. Two of those I tried recently, literally during last week, were The Surge, which I have to say had turned out to be a lot more difficult to what I expected. It reminded me of Dark Souls, because right at the beginning, you really are in a survival stroke combat mode where you, unless you kill all the beasts, you have to be starting everything from the beginning. And you know, it's very, very tricky, but very immersive. Reminds me of Bethesda games with like Fallout, so to speak. It's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi adventure, and I played just a bit of it and I loved it. The graphics were amazing, and I didn't like the difficulty levels because I like to kind of immerse myself initially in the game. And the other game that they offer this month is Vampire, and I just said I've been playing it extensively and I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite London-based RPGs ever made. It had lots of frosty reviews, and people complained about combat, they complained about content, and complained about all sorts of things. But all of that is basically a shot in the dark, because the game is wonderful. It is a true gift to anyone who is a Londoner, and it is truly remarkable the way they reconstrued the troubled times of World War I, and the atmosphere of East End, Whitechapel, and all the other areas is simply staggering. I have seen it in some of the films, such as Oliver Twist and the ones resorting to Dickensian times, so they really I guess they combined the Dickensian aura with the elements of First World War, and it is just very, very appealing. It's very gothic, it's very dark, it has lots of funny dialogue, many characters you can talk to, and indeed with plenty of interesting interactions, very useful, very simple inventory, and many things which you easily learn as you go along. And that's not the case with all RPGs, as you know, and sometimes that appears to be a bit of a hurdle. But in this one, absolutely no hurdle whatsoever. You've got 3 difficulty levels. You can choose the basic, where you are going to be walking through the activities with ease. And I think lots of reviewers had gone through that, and I would advise you not to do it, because if you choose the medium level, you are going to be facing some very difficult bosses quite early on. And unless you are leveled up, unless you are already fully mastered your experience point level, as well as your blood quality, because you're a vampire and you need to be drinking other people's blood in order to become very strong, you know, you are going to be killed by those bosses with ease. And I did excuse me, I did struggle with a few of those, but as you progress further down the line, it becomes very, very enjoyable. And I can tell you, the combat is neither easy nor pedestrian, as described in these reviews. So the 3rd difficulty level is the hard one, and obviously you can do that one if you replay the game for the 2nd or 3rd time. The avenues of inquiry are many. There are lots of different characters, and you can be a true completionist by going through everything that is there and then deciding on how to pursue the story. Or you can be just following the quests and completing it. So there are lots of different ways to which you can play the game. It's not a multiplayer, it's an adventure RPG, and you will have a lot of fun just by soaking up that wonderful gothic atmosphere and the way that 1970, 1915 London had been recreated. Really, really amazing. It did remind me of D.W. Griffith's film Broken Blossoms, that basically takes place in the Limehouse, which is the area of East London that was very busy, on the docks, as there was a lot of shipping coming in through the Thames, and in the Victorian times this was one of those areas of London where there was a lot of transit. There were all kinds of people coming from all corners of the empire, and it was rife with crime, so you do have this element of trouble everywhere in the Limehouse and in the Whitechapel when you go there. So anyway, most highly recommend you Vampire. I'm playing it at the moment on PlayStation Now, and the two games that they added were The Surge and Vampire, so definitely, like every single month, I should say, I get my teeth in just really to follow the vampire character. I really get to know the game straight away, because the full enjoyment of being a subscriber is that you really kind of get on with the games that are offered to you every single month. And what better way of getting to know them? Some games you perhaps don't like too much and just play a bit, but the others you really want to complete in full, and that's the case for me. Certainly with Vampire, and also with The Surge, once I have enough time to complete it. So let's have a look at other news in addition to these ones. First of all, I want to tell you, if you are on Xbox, you need to be accessing Xbox Game Pass in order to play Gears of War 5 early. I watched the live presentation on Friday, which was incredible. The gameplay, the activities, the adventures are the very best. They're a lot, I would say, more advanced than what we've seen in the other 4 installments of the franchise. The guys that were playing the game on Friday live on air were hilarious, and therefore it was highly entertaining. And obviously they had a lot of experience with Gears of War franchise altogether. So if you are a member of Xbox Game Pass, do not miss. You are able to access Gears of War 5 Ultimate Edition straight away today, before the game is actually released, and you can simply enjoy all the niceties of gameplay. It's very immersive, it's very dynamic, there are lots of different bosses in there, and from what I gather, and they were playing some story missions in there, it does require a very coordinated co-op, so you need to have your teammates on board. Similar to Destiny, you will find it a lot easier to get through difficulties if you're playing it in a team. So they're really seen indeed that all that's been said in advance from the company had been followed through, and the final result is absolutely astonishing. So if you're in possession of a large 50-60 inch TV, 4K preferably, or 1080 Ultra HD, you are going to have a wonderful immersive experience. And many times I said how I'm always astonished by the quality of graphics that are coming out of various studios, but I kind of grew up on Star Wars and 2001 Odyssey, and I remember watching them on a massive big cinema screen, and usually I remember watching Space Odyssey for the first time, and I sat in the first row and I watched. It was a massive big Panavision screen, and it was really immersive and really amazing. And I thought, would it not be nice if one day we could just become participants in that world? And thanks goodness I've been healthy and lived long enough to indeed experience it, and we have so many different immersive games coming our way at the moment. We simply can't complain. We have to be grateful that we're living in an era where such games are produced in abundance, and where that immersive world is so appealing and so entertaining. Right, so this is all about Vampire, about The Surge and Gears of War, all the niceties and all the novelties arising from PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass consecutively. Once again, if you're on Xbox Game Pass, access Gears of War, the Ultimate Edition, which you can play free of charge right now. And what better way of trying out the service by subscribing today, because you get it for $1 a month or $2 for 2 months, and you can experience all the games they have there. Many of those are blockbusters, Gears of War 5 being obviously the most prestigious. And don't forget that, similar to Sony, they're also introducing all of their proprietary games to Xbox Game Pass on the day of their release. So if you are an Xbox owner, fan, gamer, a dedicated follower or community member, what you want to do is you want to be there right now, and you want to be playing all of the games on the day when they're released without paying a penny. Remember that. Right, the news are: Electronic Arts Project Atlas cloud gaming service begins its technical trial. So we've heard about that for a little while. and it says that Electronic Arts have announced that it's looking for testers for the first technical trial of Project Atlas, a cloud-based service that combines game engines with user-generated content to deliver a unique and unified gaming program. And Electronic Arts Chief Technology Officer Ken Moss unveiled Project Atlas last year as the company's vision for a cloud-native gaming future. Although the post explained how Electronic Arts intends to fuse different yet equally significant technologies like artificial intelligence and online social features, details on when it will launch were thin on the ground. But today, it seems that Project Atlas is taking its first steps, and so we are really very excited to hear all about it. Sayonara Wild Hearts seems to be coming to PlayStation 4 and PC. Well, we are really happy about this. We talked about it quite a bit earlier in the year, and the game indeed is going to be arriving to PlayStation 4. So that's the next game from developer Simogo, and appears to be coming to PS4 and PC, as well as its previously announced platform, the Nintendo Switch. Gematsu spotted that Sayonara Wild Hearts has been rated today as the ESRB for Nintendo Switch and for Mac, PC and PlayStation 4. Back at the Game Awards in 2018, which is a while back, the game was only set for a Switch launch, so that's a major expansion. Given how eclectically gorgeous this game is, it's quite exciting that it might be dropping onto other platforms on top of that. Publisher Annapurna Interactive describes Sayonara Wild Hearts as a euphoric music video dream about being awesome, riding motorcycles, skateboarding, dance battling, shooting lasers, wielding swords and breaking hearts at 200 miles per hour. As well as listing any interest on a Saturday evening, it packs a punch with a ludicrously swish art style and neon pops of color. So very excited about Sayonara Hearts. Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro packs 20 classic fighting games into one controller. So we have a new controller coming from Arcade Stick Pro. Actually, SNK has unveiled the Neo Geo Arcade Stick Pro, a fighting stick that comes with 20 classic SNK fighting games pre-installed. It's a combination price of hardware that looks like a Neo Geo CD controller, and in joystick mode, the fighting stick can be plunged into Neo Geo mini boxes on PC to play titles like King of Fighters, Samurai Shodown or Fate the Fury with a retro style but very modern controller. So very excited about that. Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC gets a new trailer ahead of winter launch. Well, I love Kingdom Hearts. Lots of people were frosty to the sequel, but I think it's ill-conceived and unjustified. Very good game. And we've just seen a new trailer has dropped and shows off what's in store for Sora in the upcoming DLC expansion. The Remind episode will continue Sora's story, offering the opportunity to challenge yourself to new boss battles, master Sora's new form, learn more about members of Organization 13, and a lot more. Sora will receive a new battle form, and players may switch around in battle encounters from Aqua, Roxas and Riku, along with new combat actions from Leah, Xeon and Ventus. Sora will take up promised Oathkeeper Keyblade. So if you're interested, the trailer is up and running. Just access it on YouTube and you are going to be loving it. Hopefully you'll enjoy it as much as me. Yesterday we've seen also a very good trailer for Project Resistance. I did spot it on PlayStation blog, watched it, it looked interesting. It seemed like a combination of a few zombie games. And we've heard that the first trailer has been revealed and confirmed that the next game will pit 4 players against the Horde. Project Resistance has been waiting in the wings for some time now. We first received word of it when Capcom invited playtesters in Japan and in the US to experience an in-development project in September. Then an official teaser website revealed that Tokyo Game Show attendees would be able to get hands-on with Project Resistance, which is actually happening right now. But the trailer will launch today for the poor, unfortunate souls that aren't at the convention. In the trailer, 4 characters appear to be garbed in the 1990s apparel that Urban Outfitters would covet and charge far too much for, even with the blood and ooze stains. They're armed to the teeth, each with their own weapon, as they're assailed by waves of infected. But someone seems to be pulling the strings from a command center with countless creatively cruel switches. And in a chilling conclusion, Mr. X appears to face off with the 4 survivors. So it's a very interesting trailer. It is a bit like a teaser. You don't really get to know much about the game, but certainly looks very mouth-watering graphic style. And indeed, I'm very curious and interested to see what is to follow. Pokemon Sword and Shield might introduce an autosave system. So we've heard that they will be introducing that autosave, and it has been spotted by Eurogamer. 45 seconds in the video, nice saving appears in the top right corner. Could be that the player has just saved the game from the pause menu screen, but it seems suspicious as they were shown to run into the shop, then nice saving, text pops up. Looks as if it is an autosave feature that activates when the player crosses in-game boundaries like buildings, or zones, or battles, or anything. So really very excited about that as well. It's been weird because if you had to be saving it manually, you know, and then suddenly get autosave, slightly unusual, but never mind. Mabel and the Wood will release for Xbox One and Switch next month. Well, that's terrific. I wonder whether they will be also having it on Xbox Game Pass. Triple Vision Games and Graffiti Games have announced that their game Mabel and the Wood will be coming to Xbox One and Nintendo Switch in October. Metro Idvania, set in apocalyptic world Mabel and the Wood, follows an ancient prophecy. It states that Mabel will hunt down the great beasts and assume their shape, and thereby wielding the arcane powers to avert doomsday. Mabel carries a sword that is too heavy for it to lift, to move, and she transforms it into a fairy, calls the sword into her hand, cutting down anything standing in her way. Mabel and the Wood will launch for Xbox One on September the 18th, so that's in about a week, and Nintendo Switch on October the 10th. So you have another beautiful trailer in there, and indeed you can watch it on YouTube. Let us see what other news we have there. Let's see, just a moment. Watch Dogs Legion considers permadeath to be a tactical choice. Shadow Assassins here. Hello, how are you doing, sir? Long time no see. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone, Shadow Assassin says, and we can say good morning. It is 11:37 in the UK, and here in London suburbs we are enjoying a very, very nice, brisk, somewhat cold morning, and proceeding with our new format of DRBMiller channel which is starting today. As I said early on, we have 3 sections. The channel is somewhat abbreviated. We don't have any more 6-hour streams. We are focusing on 3-hour streams. We'll start with the news, we'll carry on with very hectic gameplay, and after that we have community discussions, and that's the format for our channel from now on. And I welcome Shadow Assassin. Very good to see you. Not seen you for a while. How have you been? What have you been up to? What games have you been playing? I bet you were playing Apex and the new season which has been introduced. There's a new character we can snatch as well. If so, tell us what it was like. Let me just carry on with my news because my community content will be coming up shortly. Watch Dogs Legion has extensive potential for replayability due to its recastable locations and sees its unique permadeath mechanic as a tactical choice, as revealed at the Ubisoft experience in Birmingham last month. In fact, I was almost going to that Ubisoft experience in the Midlands, but decided not to, literally at the very last moment. Watch Dogs Legion art director Josh Cook said that the challenge of creating an authentic London was something the team rose to. We are trying to capture things right. We do not want to come off as a bunch of Canadian guys or French people who think they know what London is. We are actually going there, and we have a lot of authenticity experts on our team advising us. Of course, London is a very diverse and multicultural city, which is important for having a feature like Play As Anyone. London will be divided into 8 boroughs: Westminster, Camden, Islington, Hackney, City of London, Lambeth, Southwark, Nine Elms and Tower Hamlets. Cook also revealed cryptically that landmarks such as the BT Tower and Kennington Oval have been tinkered with, so they fit the futuristic and rather apocalyptic dystopian city. And he explained what the recastable locations mean for Watch Dogs Legion's innovative gameplay approach. So I'm very curious about that. And Shadow Assassin tells us, I've been on the PS3 for a while. What games did you play? Are you also on PlayStation Now services? You know, PlayStation Now has lots of PS3 and PS2 games, and I've been playing quite a few of those. I wasn't really streaming them here on my channel, but you know, I use PS Now services every single day, and some of them play really well, some less so. Like for instance, Red Dead Redemption didn't play too well, and also in terms of the they had a bit of frame problem, you know, frames are dropping, and also even more seriously with Two Worlds 2. a game that I really love. It's a wonderful RPG, similar to Elder Scrolls, but it doesn't really. It's you know, it's a PlayStation 3 game, but they've not done any proper remastering and conversion, and it does have a bit of a problem. It becomes very, very choppy when you play it. And so tell us, what PS3 games have you played? I just will get back to my news and I'll carry on. So to make a complex system like PlayStation work, we have to have that opportunity to return to different places and to do different things. So you might see the E3 demo where you sent to Scotland Yard to perform an objective. Cook said, if I was to do that mission again with a different person, it might be sending me somewhere else. It might be sending me to Camden Police Station, or down to the one in Nine Elms, or over to MI6. The locations and the world are very diverse and recastable, so we have a huge amount of potential for replayability within our version of London. We learned in its E3 reveal that permadeath is a complication that players will have to be contending with when taking on back from the sinister Albion faction. Cook stated that though its inclusion has been a divisive one, it's a feature that makes Legion stand out from one franchise's previous entries. It's something that I personally love, and I think a lot of people actually love the way that amplifies the stakes of the game. I think it's very important to note that permadeath is a result of a tactical choice. So this is a wonderful, wonderful description. I think I'm even more excited about the game since I've been playing Vampire, because if you look at it, Vampire is that Victorian London that takes place in 1915, 1916 during the First World War. The aura of it is very much Victorian, but the actual time and space is happening, during the First World War, and London, as presented in those in Vampire, is then significantly different to what we'll see here in Watch Dogs Legion. Watch Dogs Legion will be the present day and age London, delivered in a very futuristic, apocalyptic format. So really, really brilliant to have those two games. And actually, if you also enter Sherlock Holmes games, they also take place in, well, that was proper Victorian London. That's the end of the last century, the 19th century, I beg your pardon. I'm still in the 20th century. Shows my age. And so these are the games that you can easily compare and enjoy if you are a fan of London, or if you like this sort of immersive Victoriana type of games. And I think Watch Dogs Legion is going to present us with something very similar, but brought to the present day and age. And Shadow Assassin says, yeah, but I've been on system itself. So Shadow Assassin is not playing PlayStation 3 games on PS Now, he's actually doing them on the console. So tell us, what games did you play? I'm curious. Alright, so I think that's probably all the news. We'll just see whether we have anything on... let me just see. Yeah, just trying to find two more bits of news. In fact, one is related to Final Fantasy, and the other is related to Borderlands 3. So Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered will release for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, iOS and Android on January the 23rd of 2020. As announced by Square Enix, the original Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles came out for the GameCube in Japan in 2003, and then was released in the US and the UK in 2004. It's been a while, 15 years ago already. Though it was a spin-off title, it was the first Final Fantasy game to arrive on a Nintendo console since Final Fantasy IV in 1994. This was a big deal and took advantage of the GameCube's feature that allowed 4 Game Boy Advances to connect and deliver a 4-player cooperative game. So its remastered edition will bring online 4-player multiplayer, massively enhanced, and offer crossplay. So crossplay means all platforms, right? And that is what we want to see with every game. We want to see here with Destiny. So players can battle new bosses together and conquer dungeons regardless of what platform they play it on. In addition, there will be new skins and comprehensive character voiceovers to invigorate a classic and deeply, deeply loved and cherished game. So, Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered will release on January 23rd of 2020 for PS4, Nintendo Switch, iOS and Android. So really, released everywhere. And the trailer looks absolutely amazing. The graphics are massively enhanced, and access it. Go to Final Fantasy on YouTube and you'll be able to see it. It's called Remastered Edition TGS 2019. The last bit of news I have is on Borderlands. As you know, Borderlands is going to be out imminently, and we've heard that its creative director would love to create a Borderlands theme park, and I think this is a wonderful idea. You know, you have Disneyland, and then you have Borderland, and rather uncanny considering the characters. And speaking to VG Tweet 247, Borderlands 3 creative director Paul Sage said that the Borderlands franchise could potentially extend beyond the games, like an anime adaptation, or even a theme park animated adaptation, like a cartoon. The Borderlands film is in its early stages of development. Sage could see the world of Pandora on the small screen too. We were talking the other day about, would it be a good, almost like an anime type of thing? Somebody brought up Love, Death and Robots to me, he said, and citing basically Netflix's animated sci-fi anthology series, and that'd be a lot of fun. I'd love to see things like that. Honestly, we'll see what the future holds. I mean, hopefully people love the game, and hopefully they love all the source material, and they want to do that. And he said the base of Borderlands quest would be a neat fit for episodic content or an anthology series, and you get plenty of opportunity to go wild with the CGI and visual effects budget in bringing the planets and the characters to life. But Sage isn't afraid to dream a little bigger, make the world of the looter shooter into a reality. So he says a Borderlands theme park sounds like a really good idea. I'll take a Borderlands theme park at any time. So let's see whether it materializes, and indeed that brings us to the end of our news. And I just want to see whether there's anything else Gears of War related on my Twitter, so just bear with me. Quite curious, because I watched it quite a bit during the last few days, and let me just see. Bear with us. There we are. One thing that I really should mention is indeed the presentations of Death Stranding at Tokyo Game Show. As you know, during the last convention, the Gamescom, the other week, Hideo Kojima said that he is going to be doing a major 2-hour presentation of Death Stranding at the convention, and they already completed some of it. And Death Stranding is basically the main focal point of the entire convention, which is taking place right now in Japan. And so anyone interested can just go to Twitter and access all the information there. I watched some of the videos, I've read all the news, and basically there is going to be a lot more to come from the Tokyo Game Show and Hideo Kojima. Alright, so I think we are done and dusted with our news for today, and we'll crack on with some interesting gameplay. All the other news, Gears of 5 related, I'll give you as we come to its release date, which is this week. And just to remind you, Gears of War 5 is already accessible through Game Pass services on Xbox. Excuse me. Gears of War 5 is already accessible through Xbox Game Pass services, and you can access the Ultimate Edition for no extra charge. So if you are a subscriber, then you need to access it straight away without any further ado. If you aren't a subscriber, just go to Microsoft Store, purchase either 1 or 2 months for $1 or $2, and enjoy all the games that are there, Gears of War franchise included, and particularly obviously Gears 5 with its Ultimate Edition. So these are news, and we are now going to be cracking on with some action. It is going to be first of all PvP in the Crucible, and after that we are going to do some Siva Heroic Strikes, maybe even the weekly Nightfall, we'll see, depending whether Sikapupu and our friends from Holland join us. We'll decide as we go along. As I said, the broadcast is in a different format. We start first of all with the news, then we crack on with gameplay, and after that we have some community content. Shadow Assassin says, I've been playing quite a lot of Diablo 3, all 3 Dragon Ages and Final Fantasy, but mainly I've played the Mass Effect trilogy. Very glad you mentioned it. I always keep saying, and it says really on every one of my video gaming hubs on the internet, that my favorite game of all times is Mass Effect trilogy. It is a truly remarkable achievement. It's a wonderful sci-fi space opera, and I think Destiny is coming very close to it, but Mass Effect is still excelling in its RPG, deeply immersive dialogue-led, story-based content, and I'm very, very astonished that even so many years later, the trilogy is still indeed withholding the precious of time and is as good as always. I highly recommend everyone to access Mass Effect on Xbox Game Pass, and then after that use backward compatibility to access Mass Effect 3 Mass Effect 2 and 3, and become very familiar with that wonderful BioWare created world. I'm also quite keen on Mass Effect Andromeda. As you know, lots of people are quite frosty, but I think the trilogy is indeed excelling in every way imaginable. And as you know, they're not really a company that's been investing into multiplayer, and I think their desire to bring in original trilogy wanted to have a lot more of the same concept, which is story-based missions, dialogue-led, with plenty of action and a lot of interesting characters. Jerry's here as well. Hello Jerry, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. We've been away for about a week reevaluating the channel, and we resumed with our broadcasts today in a somewhat different format. As I mentioned earlier, the streams are going to be shorter, crisper, and we are going to have our news first, then some fierce action, and then community content. And we are going to have perhaps many more streams as a result. Previously we've had one stream a day of 6 hours, and we are now bringing it to a 3-hour stream, perhaps with several streams a day if necessary, and making it very crispy, very dynamic, and very much in tune with all that's happening out there in the video gaming industry. And just coming back to what Shadow Assassin said, Dragon Age is another favorite game of mine. I played Dragon Age 1 for years on Xbox. I absolutely loved it. I think it is a game that perhaps, well, it's a bit like Elder Scrolls, but with a significant twist. Dragon Age is a lot more funny. It does have many enjoyable characters. You have plenty of very, very diverse and exciting situations. And I think it is a bit like Mass Effect in a mythical, old, distant world. It's the same concept. You have a team of 3, you walk them around, you position them, you do a few things with them. It's not a multiplayer, of course, but the comedic content and lovable rogues are absolutely delightful. And Jerry says, I'm going to start with the Division 2. Well, I played the Division 2. I played beta together with a few of our community members here when they were testing the Division 2, and I played the sequel when it was offered free of charge. I'm always after the Ultimate Edition, and because obviously I am both broadcaster, streamer, and an avid video gaming fan, I can't really afford to be purchasing every one of those wonderful games, on their top tier editions because of the cost. And the Ultimate Edition is about $90, I think, at the moment. And for the Division 2, you definitely require, like with Destiny, the annual pass content and multiplayer and all this, that come together with the seasons and additional content. So it's very important that edition is obviously acquired. And the game itself is one of the best tactical shooters I've ever played. It's wonderful. And in fact, if you compare with Rainbow Six Siege and Ghost Recon, you are really talking about each one of those games having some of their own niceties and their own fingerprint in terms of the action, and the way you're going to be completing those missions is going to be thoroughly packed with action and activity and overly enjoyable. So I most highly recommend it. Also, I recommend it to be played with a team. So get a team together, either your own friends or community members, or bring in the guys who are randomly selected, because the game is a lot more playable and more enjoyable, and you can strategize and you can apply different tactics in there when you're in a team, which make it a lot more worthwhile. But compared to the original, it is a lot more packed with activity. The streets are rife with enemies, and you have plenty to do. Loads of tasks, loads of upgrades, and loads of tactics. In fact, some sections are quite difficult, and obviously if you're raising the bar to the ultimate level, then it is going to be very, very hard to complete. So I know that's one of our community members, Matthias, who is a great Destiny fan, and who played Destiny 1 very extensively for years. He had migrated to the Division 2, and we played the Division 1 together here live online, and he was not that keen on the original, but I think as he got his teeth into the sequel, he became very, very immersed in the world of tactical kind of shootout activity, and he's still doing it. So I can certainly tell you that I've had some really good feedback from several of our community members, Matthias included, who are still grinding some of the sections and working together with the team. So hopefully, Jerry, you're going to find it as exciting and as enjoyable as possible. Hope you are going to be enjoying it. And please tell us about your experiences once you go there. Indeed, maybe in the future, we'll do a few games together. I don't have the Ultimate Edition still. But once I get it, then I'll let you know. We can obviously crack on and, we have a lot of fun. Also, I can tell you that the new Ghost Recon that's going to come out in October is looking and feeling like one of the best tactical shooters ever made. And don't know whether you've seen the trailers. There is a section there. Well, there's a new kind of camouflage ability where you can basically use mud, foliage, leaves and branches to conceal yourself. And this is a major advancement in terms of the gameplay, because Ghost Recon is all about being a ghost, right? And being secret and stealthy. So I've seen some gameplay where the lead character, obviously that we're going to play, was kind of lying in a puddle, and he became basically part of that puddle. So all the enemies walked around and didn't see him, and then he basically hit them from behind. So really, really good stuff. And if you are doing the Division 2 and enjoying it, I'm sure Ghost Recon, the new one, is going to be also your bread and butter. So let's have a look. We have Hunter here, who's going to be doing some PvP. And Hunter is a human male played by DRBMiller. So as I said, our new format kicked off today for the first time. Firstly, we have news, a bit of community chat, then we have action, and after that we have some community discussions, and then that's the end. Right, so let's go back to the tower, let's see what admin needs to be done, and then we'll crack on with some PvP action in the Crucible. It's been a while since I was here. And, we've not played Destiny 1 that much during the last month. Because of my break, or I should say my week of re-evaluation, as well as the seasons in the sequel. And the seasons were Season of Iron Banner, as well as Solstice of Heroes. And I completed everything. I did not engage with the community channel challenge, and I'm sorry for that, but I couldn't do everything at once. And if you are an avid video gaming fan and you do broadcasting, sometimes you do need a break. And I found those PvP activities in the sequel to be absolutely ferocious and relentless, and to a degree highly addictive. So once you start doing the Iron Banner and you want to be collecting your scores, you just keep on doing it. I'm not that keen on that sort of mindset, I prefer everything in moderation, so bear with me. I'll play my game standing, so I need to stand up after giving you my introduction and talking about all of those novelties. Let's see what he has for us, if anything.
The hunter found these engrams on Mars.
Engrams!
Hopefully this is close.
Okie dokie, let's have a look. What are these engrams for? Crimson shell, crimson shell. Okay. This crimson shell we'll put there, and then we'll infuse the other one. Or not? No. This is the one that we want. You know what? My brain's not working. That's ridiculous, because obviously I've got the other one, so there's no need to be infusing because they're both 400. What am I doing? What's going on? Yeah, just remembered I've changed my boots. But bones of layer, they need to go back on. And wasn't I? That's correct. So I need to really put it back on. Okay. That's not it. What was the other shell? No. This is the one. Okay. Okay, so I'm all done. But the question is, why is it that the quest didn't register anything? Champions of the cult, right? Represent the future cult in strikes and the Crucible while wearing a future cult shader, emblem and class armor. Shader, emblem and class armor. Okay. Shader, emblem, and that's it. And then the score is what? I see, so in the Crucible I've got 2 of these, so it'll be Crucible foils and Crucible matches. Okay, so I'll try that. Plenty of Crucible badges in there. Needn't worry about that. Okay.
I'm instructed to ready to assist. Transfer.
What's annoying is that you can't delete the items you don't really want here directly from the vault. Looks like I don't have enough space for anything. Because
Resolved.
okay.
Our apologies for the inconvenience, Guardian. Checking. Ready for reassignment? See you tomorrow.
Okay, so I think we're gonna put something in the vault if there's some space there. There may not be much space in there, we'll see.
Oh dear. Tick, tick, tick.
Oh, there is some space, okay. Put some weapons that we don't want to use. Isoluna we've got. Grasp of Malak. Hopscotch. Full already. Okay. Primary I can put in. Can I? No, I can't.
Disruption resolved. Checking. Done. Check.
Consumables.
Step clear, Guardian.
Alright. Vanguard reputation booster. Okay, Crucible booster. Okay. Okay.
Sign, please.
Call between stars. Do you have Black Spindle in there?
Excuse me, Guardian. Beware of the spill, Guardian.
Looks like the app's glitched. I can't transfer my Black Spindle for some reason. Don't know why. Try again. Let's see whether it will work now. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to import my Black Spindle, but for some reason the app's not allowing me to do that. This is the weapon vault full. I'm not trying to retransfer to the vault. See whether the problem is
Have a marvelous day.
with the vault. We'll delete one weapon in there.
Should be me.
See Hero formula. Try again now. Special weapons. Nah, doesn't want to do it. Do it again. Guess what? After all of that, I was able to do it. After all of that, I was able to do it. Okay, so we've got that black spindle. Black spindles come in. And a glass breaker. Okay. Alright, so that's all done. Don't need to worry about anything anymore. The time now is for us to be progressing to our PvP, which is in the Crucible. There we are. So our next step is, oops, all in order. I just realized that my game sound was too loud, so I couldn't really hear myself too well. But let's see, what have we got here? Doubles, competitive multiplayer. 2 against 2. Okay, let's try that. Try that. And then after that we'll look for Rumble. Prefer Rumble to this. Let's see whether we are going to be selected swiftly. Captain Jack's here. Hello, Captain Jack. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good morning to you, sir. How's everything? Have you been doing the community challenge in Destiny 2? I wasn't doing it, I'm afraid. I've done Iron Banner and Solstice of Heroes, and I've given community challenge I missed, because it did look like a very, very big, lengthy, massive grind, and I was re-evaluating my channel last week, so there were no streams, and therefore that coincided. How was it? Did you enjoy it? I've had some kind of mixed messages coming in from the community about, you know, the community challenge. Some people happy, some less so. No, the doubles is not giving us anything. We'll go back to the Crucible, and then we'll look at doubles, elimination, supremacy, control. We'll do. Okay. Captain Jack says, yeah, I did a little bit. Was it good? Because I've seen that we're talking about hundreds of thousands and millions of kills, but is that like millions of kills comprising all of the community members, so just like one person? Because one person was doing it, it's going to take like the whole year. Captain Jack says, if you want to do a Nightfall so you can get the emblem, let me know. Actually, is it still going on? Can I still get it? Because if so, I'll do it at some point this week. Definitely. I want to get some of the emblems and want to get some of the goodies. But I think the overall feedback from the community was that it was a very lengthy, heavy-going grind with very few rewards. And people said, well, that's not really particularly good, is it? And it started with Menagerie a couple of weeks ago, so I've done like a couple of matches in Menagerie. And there was some discussion, well, it's still going on, but you have to do it by reset today. No, I don't think I'll be able to do it. I'll probably have to give it a miss this time. Comes back again, doesn't it? It's a repetitive kind of activity, so it's not really similar to Solstice of Heroes, which is just once a year. Solstice was grindy. And you know, one of our friends here was able to do Solstice of Heroes for the second year running on all three of his characters. So he must have really spent quite a bit of time on it. But on the other hand, I guess once you know the ropes, once you've done it a few times, then it gets a bit easier. I just find it to be really grindy. It did take me a long while, and I was able to complete Solstice of Heroes armor on just one character because I was doing it back to back in the course of 1 week, which was the last week. But otherwise, on every second day streams, I mean, it's like 3 or 4 days a week, it seemed to be a bit sort of out of reach. Captain Jack says, I did it also for the second year running on 3 characters. So you're also able to complete it in 4 weeks. Well, that's wonderful. That's absolutely terrific. And, you know, I'm always astonished by the number of dedicated gamers out there and people who are always very keen on doing it. But on the other hand, somebody asked me the other day, well, don't you find it like a bit boring doing the same thing again and again? And I said, well, you obviously haven't played really those very best massive multiplayers online, because it's all down to the team. It depends on who you play with, because any time you enter an arena with a team, it's a different experience. It's never the same. I think people have not done it. They don't really know. And lots of people who played adventure games and the old style shooters where there was no multiplayer involved, you know, it's repetitive because you know exactly where the enemy is going to be coming from and all that. And it's a very, very different kind of experience. Destiny is excelling, you know, really they've put a lot of time and effort in developing all of those niceties, and I think the other game that's equally good is The Division 2. I think those two games have a similar concept, and the excitement of re-entering certain arenas is always there, depending on the team that is with you. But I think Anthem in due course will have this. I read some press releases and reports during last week coming out of BioWare, and Casey Hudson, who's the boss there, he said, we're not going to let Anthem go. It's a massive project and we want it to succeed, but we've got to resolve the problems with the engine. The engine has caused them all these problems, and maybe they'll have to rework the game. They need to, you know, rebuild it on a different engine, God knows. And Captain Jack says, I'm just working on exotic catalysts now. In Destiny 2, right? Or is it in Anthem? Because Anthem had the Cataclysm introduced during the last couple of weeks, last few weeks in fact, and people said that it didn't live up to the expectations, and yeah, in Destiny 2 of course. But I think people got really impatient with Anthem. And, you know, a bit like the way things were with Destiny 1, people were very impatient in the first year, and then eventually we had the Taken King and all the other things, and the game just evolved, and I think Anthem is going to be like that. I just don't like those Prophets of Doom. I really hate them, and Kotaku were literally spearheading the effort. Just complete nonsense. You really have to allow the developer to make up for the losses and to basically proceed and create something that's going to be working properly. It's very disappointing, and it's like a major project. You invest, you know, like Cleopatra. They invested the biggest sum ever to make Cleopatra with Richard Burton and Liz Taylor, and everything seemed to have been right, like on paper. And then the film basically was released, and it bombed completely. It was the worst possible disaster in Hollywood history at the time. It's just the way it is. You know, you can't always predict what the audiences will say, and on the other hand, if you have a disaster of that magnitude, you need to really do a lot of hard work to make up for it. And I think in video gaming, people are more receptive to any kind of difficulty that may occur, because it's obviously based on server connection and visuals and active participation. Therefore, everyone is a lot more impatient, and they don't want to be really providing a second chance, and I think that's completely wrong. We have so many great games coming out. Captain Jack, have you watched the release of the presentations of Gears of War 5 the other day? They were doing it in London, and in fact, originally they were to be done in Microsoft Store, and I talked about attending that sort of event, and then they've done it at a different location, which was in Shoreditch in East London. Didn't go there. It's a very, very sort of, yeah, it's a smaller place than Microsoft Store. And the presentation was live, and I thought it was absolutely amazing about the game, and the live gameplay was very, very exciting and much enhanced compared to the original, and also the multiplayer worked beautifully. And they were doing the story mission, so very similar to Destiny, a team of 3 coming in, I think it was. And was it? No, there was co-op. It was co-op, 2 of them. The third guy was just talking, just remember that. And look at this, I'm waiting here for so long. Keep reducing the rooms that we can access, you know, we'll be stuck in here until Christmas. Captain Jack says he has 3 exotic catalysts to do still. Sounds very good to me. There are so many different things I need to do in Destiny 2. I need to really work out how I will be able to fit it all in. The new format of my stream is different to what we had in the past. A 3-hour stream, and then we can rotate and fit them, you know, fit the streams in accordingly, and that is going to be enabling also some other games to be present here on the channel. I think having a variety is very important, but Destiny is going to be always our backbone here, and we always have Destiny on any day when I'm doing the streams here. I can't get in, that's so annoying. Look, I have no patience, you know, when it comes to this, because we can be stuck in here for hours. Maybe I'll go back to the doubles. Let's see if we are to experience a bit more joy there, because it's like weeklies. They should provide us with a few more rooms to access. Just waiting for a little while in there early on. Sikapupu's here. Hello. It's all good. Did you have a nice break? Sikapupu's asking whether you can join. Of course you can. But what I need to tell you is that I have a new format of my broadcast. My broadcast now is 3 hours long, and it is going to be delivered in a more structured fashion. We have 3-hour slots for various games, and we have initially the news, then we have gameplay, and after that we have some community discussions. All the other content will be slotted into podcasts and other kinds of presentations. So our business here will be indeed very snappy and very punchy and a bit more dynamic to what we had recently. And Sekabu was asking whether you can join. Indeed you can. I'll bring you in. Let me just bring you in straight away. Okay. Okay, invited Sekapupu, and then we'll go and invite him also. Party chat. There we are, sent you our party chat. And then we'll go back to doubles. Hopefully, we are going to be able to get some teammates rapidly. Excuse me. Hello there. Can you hear me?
Yep.
How's everything? All good?
Yep.
I was reevaluating the channel last week, so there were no streams, and working on the new concept, the new structure for next year, the year 2 here on Twitch. So there are some changes. We are going to have shorter streams, but maybe a few more in frequency, and we'll have some other games presented in addition to Destiny as well. And the concept is initially the news, and then we have a lot of gameplay, and after that some community content. So that's the basic structure, the new one. I want to tell you that we talked about Rainbow Six, and I installed the game, so we probably can do it sometime. I need to upgrade my characters before we do it, because I've not played it for a long while. So that game's actually on my console. We talked about doing it sometime, and we may do it live on air, or we may do it outside of my broadcast, depending on the schedule. And,
By the way, I haven't played that game in a long time, so I might try to figure out the controls again.
Oh, we can do it together, because I've not played it for a while.
Yeah.
And I think I need to upgrade characters, but I'm not sure whether I can import any of the data. So we may start from scratch. Basically, it's a good idea, because if we start from scratch, we can just learn as we go along. And I forgot now, like I said, controls, throw mine, and all the devices that you use, like
I might be using a recruit all the time. I've been watching more and more Rainbow Six videos, because it's real fun. I found this one.
Oh yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
No, it's a very, very good game, and I think if you compare with, well, it's hard to tell, because initially Rainbow Six was spearheading the effort of tactical shooter, but now Ghost Recon and The Division, they caught up. Particularly The Division 2, the sequel, is much superior to the original. So for anybody who likes tactical shooters, these 3 games are the very best, and one can just play them, as long as, really. And I installed it the other day because I purchased the top tier. It's not top tier edition; it's deluxe edition. So I got some extra content, which is related to other seasons, and I've not had time to try it.
Okay, then I don't need to use the recruit, because I think you have some operators already unlocked, because you bought the edition.
Yeah, deluxe edition unlocks operators. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've only got the free. No, yeah, I think it's free edition or something
Oh, I
like
see.
that.
You know, I got two wonderful games on the last day of that summer season. One is Rainbow Six Siege Deluxe, and then the other is The Witcher 3. And The Witcher 3 I wanted for quite some time, and it was just offered on very high prices. But I was able to get those two for less than £15, you know, both of them together. It was very, very low price. It was like £6.20, £6.50 per game. And they were the best on offer. The only trouble is that I really wanted... Initially, when I've seen Deluxe Edition, I thought Deluxe Edition was going to have seasons and all, you know, kind of season content. But it's the Ultimate Edition that is giving you the access to the seasons, or the most recent content, you know, so...
Yep.
And the Ultimate Edition, they're offering...
By the way, I popped a Crucible reputation booster.
Oh, I did that early on. It doesn't matter.
Oh well.
Because I've done it before, but I had to do it because my inventory was full, and then I was picking up something from the postmaster, and you know.
Yeah.
So I've done that. Well, we'll do a bit of Crucible, and then we can do some strikes.
By the way, yesterday, by the way, what did you do yesterday when you got on?
Vampire.
Okay, sounds good.
Vampire is a terrific game. Really, it had really mixed reviews when it came out, but Victorian London, kind of taking place in 1915, 1916 during the First World War. Beautiful immersive RPG, really incredible. And I love it really. So it was introduced to PlayStation Now services last week, so it's a brand new game on PS Now. So anytime they introduce something new, I try them. And The Surge is the other.
Yep.
There's a new relic.
By the way, yesterday oh gosh, this is a relic. Why? No, this is going to be hell.
Really? Why?
It's a relic hunt. Well,
You mean?
oh no, I want to swear.
No
So
swear words in here, because if my moderators
Yeah, I
pick
know,
this
but
up,
I'm just saying if I'm just saying that I really want to, but I know I can't, so I will not.
Oh no, I forgot about my boots. These are the boots. Died. I don't have the other boots on. I can't jump. I've got a quest which is... I need to do everything in my future walkout armor, you know?
Shut it down.
Yep.
So I won't be jumping at all.
Sabotage this.
Hostile probe
Yes.
deactivated.
We will. Running away.
I don't know what it is actually, to be honest with you. I don't think I've done this before.
Yep.
New relic located.
There's enemies on the other side.
I don't see them.
Oh, relic available behind us. They're flanking. Oh, I hear them aiming. They're on their snipers there somewhere. They're waiting for us to go for that relic. I'm gonna go for it behind. Yep.
I don't see them though, do you? Oh, I can see now. Oh, he got me. Because of the lag! I fired off my action at him and he... yeah. There's this lag, you know. It's so annoying. My sniper will never work here with this lag, I don't think. You know?
I'm really happy that oh no, I accidentally teabagged. No, please don't take me as toxic enemy.
Probe is out. Keep them away.
Oh, this is the real
Guardian
annoying.
down.
Oh no, he's disabling it. Go. Go to the...
Your probe is down. Stay alert
No.
for new relics.
No.
I can't run. I mean, I can't jump because of those boots.
Yep. If you want
There's a
to
new relic.
complete
Go
the
and get
Crucible
it.
matches, we should do it in the Mayhem playlist.
I've gone in here for one reason alone. All the other...
Watch out there. The enemy's deploying. Let's go.
I just couldn't get into any of the rooms. I was left waiting in there, you know.
Good. And now we have to. Oh no,
Probe
he's
activated.
self-present.
Defend it.
Just run away.
Did we get it or not?
Nope. He's gonna get it now.
Okay.
We have to defend it for 15 more seconds, as you can see on the left side of your screen.
Okay. There it is.
Relic seized.
Did I get him? Or not?
Nope, I got it. If you look at the kill feed, oh no.
Okay.
New relic located.
Where is he? Oh, here he is.
Guardian down.
No, no. Why do I always wait before? Oh well.
I got him, I
Great.
think. Didn't I?
Yep. Okay.
Can I revive you? I
clever.
can't
Good
revive you.
flying. As you can see that the objective marker there.
Heavy
it's
ammo
the
on the way.
relic. We will have to. Oh no, they are deploying again.
The trouble is I can't be jumping there, you know.
Yep.
Because I don't have those boots.
Heavy
the relic,
ammo
right? Okay.
available.
Oh, watch out! There's an enemy crouching.
Where is he?
Defend the probe, Guardian.
No, I want to defend the probe. Hang on.
Oh,
I can hear him from behind. From behind me.
Yep. Good.
Oh, I got him.
He died already.
You must have hit him before me. 5 seconds. 3, 2.
Salvage completed.
Okay.
Oh, this is going well. I take back the my words about this going possible.
You never know.
There's a new relic.
Oh,
Go and get
why?
it.
Where's the relic now? Oh, there. Okay.
Oh, oh wow! Look at that.
That was good, wasn't it?
Okay, I'm gonna have to put my controller, plug my controller in because it's low on
Their probe's
battery.
active, Guardian.
Oh, we should
Stop it.
go to the probe now.
I can't jump. Need to be...
Yeah, you can.
Guardian down.
No,
got him.
he's at the probe.
I got him, I got him.
Oh, you have 10 seconds.
Well, the other one jumped me.
Yep.
The first one I was able to get rid of, but...
They've got the relic.
Yeah, he had some mighty weapon in there, I think.
Only
Oh, watch
5
out,
minutes
he's
left.
here. He's outside. Nope, he's
Lag
there.
killed me.
New relic located.
No, he's hardest sniping. Hardest sniping is when he camps a corner and then kills anyone who he sees.
Now that's true, but I was dead
Guardian
before he
down.
fired off the action on my screen. You know? I was dead and then I could...
Yeah, well, of course.
I've seen him firing.
Because yeah, usually it happens. To me as well, I can't see them and then I get killed and then I see, oh yeah, they're outside my screen boundaries.
Yeah.
And that's usually what happens and you can... That probably has happened to you
Probe
multiple
activated.
times.
Defend it.
Probably.
Yeah, it happens frequently.
Guardian down.
No!
This is the problem, right?
Oh
They're
well,
catching
now
up.
they are going to be in.
They shut you down. Don't lose the next one.
They're catching up.
Very much.
Okay, I'll try to focus, but the trouble. Well, I
Guardian
have
down.
many
No.
troubles in here. I don't have my boots for jumping.
There's a new relic. Go and get it.
New relic. Okay, go there.
Oh, watch out there at the relic. Let's go fast. Gotta
Don't
go
have a
fast.
super though.
Enemy probe
Yeah, it
out.
doesn't matter
Disable
that
it.
much.
Yeah, but he's using a sniper, but I can't really use mine, and he, you know that because the lag, he kills me before I see him. My sniper just doesn't work. I fired off, you know, the action a few times and it didn't register.
Yep.
What I mean is, it didn't register even at the point of firing because I was already dead.
Enemy probe disrupted. It's down.
That's a really bad play, the enemy. He self-rested while I still had my golden gun up.
Oh, really?
New relic
Yep.
located.
He self-rested actually.
Where's the other guy? I can
Behind
see.
you.
No, he's not. He's not behind me.
Yeah, he's up ahead. Now he's behind you. Please help me. You still don't use your super.
No, I was going to super him, but I missed him.
Guardian down.
No, kill him fast.
Well, I don't see him.
Throw a grenade.
I don't have a grenade.
No, that's bad. Because you just used a grenade.
Well, I was throwing it at him, but because the lag, he was miles away before the grenade would have gone there.
Okay.
Their probe's
Enemy, you're
active,
gonna
Guardian.
just, you
Stop
know.
it.
Yeet.
Oh, that's you there, is it?
I yeeted my
Hostile
grenade
probe
at them.
deactivated.
The
Yo.
other side. Watch out there. At 12 o'clock.
Yup.
Victory
One's
imminent.
down. The
There's
others
a new
coming.
relic. Go and get it.
Oh, new relic
No,
behind
he was
me.
reading grenade.
Yeah.
No, I got him, but he
Please
killed
get please get the greedy.
Probe
I
is
want
out.
you to get
Keep
the
them
greedy
away.
while I'm away. I'm gonna be running away. Hey, go get it now.
1
You
minute.
have the chance. Yo, and yo. Self-res, I dare you. I dare you.
You got him, yeah?
Yeah, he didn't self-res this time. Well, we won. Have to dance.
Relic seized. You held on to those relics like your life depended on
Yeah.
it.
Okay, that's victory. We do another one?
Yep. Yeah, we can.
You got 20 kills. That's good. What did you
Yay,
get?
look at that. I got
Hopscotch.
my
Anal
death.
Shadow.
I got my death again. I got the death actually again. Yeah.
What's the weapon there? Anal Shadow
Anal
Scout
Shadow.
Rifle. Is he any good?
Yeah, most just call it death.
Oh, death. Okay.
Yep.
Did you have it before?
Oh yeah, I've had it multiple times. I got
Okay.
a roll with explosive rounds and everything good.
Sounds good.
And I still have it, but I don't really use it. So, get out of here, Alex Shadow. Stability. Range.
You know, once you get used to that inventory and Voice Master in the sequel, this inventory becomes annoying because in the sequel, when you go to the Postmaster, you can automatically delete whatever you don't want. But in here, you've got to be collecting it
Yep.
and then deleting it, and just takes a lot more time.
By the way, did you know something about the Destiny Vault app thing? No?
Well, I was using it today.
If I go... Yep.
I was using Easter Legacy app
If I go
today.
into my Titan inventory...
Yeah.
No, it's only in Destiny 2. You can take stuff out of the Postmaster in the inventory section.
Oh, can
in
you?
Destiny 2.
On the app?
Yep.
So it's quicker, yeah. Not tried it really. I've not been using it much. I was just using Destiny to companion for the scan of the activity, so I can see what we've been doing. Like for instance, playing Iron Banner matches, I could see exactly the ratio of how many we lost, how many we won, and that sort of thing. But definitely very useful, whatever it is. Were you doing the community challenge?
By the way, okay.
Were you doing the community challenge last week or this week?
Oh yeah, that community challenge.
Yeah. How does it work? Because they were saying there were some figures in there which were unbelievable. But does that mean that these are the figures comprising everyone's scores, or what? Like the joint community activity?
Yep, everyone scores in the around the world.
And it's the same.
You can't just. You should also join the. Ouchie!
Did you fall?
My leg hurt.
Yeah, you better stand up then.
No, I just got a small cramp.
Doubles.
Let me just see whether my thing registered there. Because previously, remember, we played it and it didn't register. Oh, no, that was a mistake. I wanted to see progress.
New relic located.
Why is it not registering? Do you know?
Relic for yourself. What?
Again, it didn't register.
What happened?
I need to be wearing Future War Cult armor, shader, and emblem, and win matches, right, in the Crucible. And we already won matches.
Guardian down.
I'm gonna need to check a YouTube
active,
video on
Guardian. Stop it.
or some kind of a how to do these things.
I don't know what it is. Why is it not? I don't know why. Because obviously you remember we were doing that a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't registering. We're trying to work out what the problem was, and we got everything correct.
Yep.
The emblem is correct. The shader is correct, and I'm wearing Future War Cult armor.
Does it have to be like
Relic
that
compromised.
kind of armor? I don't know.
Well, it's Eon armor. That's Future War Cult armor.
Yep, I know, but yeah, okay.
There's a new relic. Go and get it.
Watch out, the enemy has 2 players.
No,
What's the other use?
He flanked me, the other guy. The guy who was there before.
Oh, he's using invisibility. Okay, I see. Your tricks now, and I see you're flanking now.
Guardian down.
No, that cannot happen again. I need to get further away from my screen.
That wretched
well,
lag,
look
I've
at
hit him
our
like 6 times, he didn't die.
We will die. No, we will lose actually.
Enemy
Well,
probe out.
Let's wait and
Disable
see.
it.
Guardian down.
No, yes. Yes. No, he's self-destructive.
My weapon is not effective, these guys have shields.
Yeah, because he used this super. It's his own super that he used on you.
They've got the relic.
Oh, look at that, we'll lose. By the way, yesterday a awesome glitch happened.
New relic
This
located.
is annoying.
Yep.
This is annoying.
Yesterday when I was playing a really awesome glitch happened with like the looting system.
In Destiny 1 or Destiny 2?
Yeah, Yep, Destiny 1. It's so great and awesome.
Did you get him? Where is he? He's dead.
Yeah, I got it. Oh, he's right behind.
I can't be faster than him. He's much faster than me. Too bad, really.
No!
The enemy's probe is out. Shut it down.
It's very annoying
Yeah,
because
the glitch was that I got 3 exotic engrams instead of 1 from a single boss.
oh, that's very good. Very rewarding.
But
Tell
I
me-
got nothing I wanted from the exotic engrams that I actually wanted,
Guardian
so
down.
yeah.
Why are they so mighty?
Relic lost. I've seen
Because
enough.
they know how
I'm
to
calling
play.
this one.
And now they have mercy called us. They have mercied us. Like in
Lost
Destiny
is a
2, do you
victory
remember
if you
those
learn from
really
it.
big
Make the
matches?
next opponent pay for this
In
defeat.
Arkham Banner?
Yeah.
Yep, that was.
They were too mighty for me, I'm afraid, these guys. And they were too fast
Yep.
with attack. I couldn't do
Ah.
anything there. I mean, one of them I've hit 4 or 5 times and he was just not dying. So let's see whether the same lot stay there. We need to outsmart them next time. I guess it was the map. This map is ideal for snipers, and
Yep.
they were using the snipers very well.
Yeah.
But I can't use my snipers because of my speed, so that's dreadful. So why am I not getting anything on the quest? Win Crucible matches, slay Crucible foils. I did actually slay some foils the other day.
That's probably why I'm not getting any kills with my hand cannon.
Right?
Oh, I just realized I was actually. Oh, I had no range on my hand cannon.
Oh, no perks enabled, yeah. That's the answer. That's the answer, I guess. So for the benefit of viewers, we are today presenting our stream in a new format. We are doing PvP, it's Sekupup and myself, and we are doing the doubles, and after that we'll do some strikes, so we'll still have a bit of time for the doubles. And I'm trying to complete my quest, but for some reason it is not functioning. I need to work out.
Oh,
what
hey,
the
look
reason
at
for
that. There's
is.
someone. There's a new player on the enemy team.
A good one. Okay.
Yeah,
Doubles, salve.
yeah, he's a completely
Bravo
new player.
team.
A completely new.
This should be what fun and easy.
Well, let's see.
This won't be easy. Secure
And
and
it's
defend
Kevin
the relics,
on
and
the enemy
watch your
team.
back.
I don't know who's Kevin. It's his PSN.
There's a new relic.
Kevin
Go and get it.
number.
Magnificent.
We got him.
Now
Oh
stay
no,
focused.
Kevin died.
You're in the lead.
This should be really easy.
Yeah, I think these guys are not that experienced in there.
Yup, it's really good for you to win
Defend
this
the
match.
probe, Guardian.
But okay. Yeah. No, they use
Guardian down.
No, why the multi tool? Get away from us.
You
Don't
see how many
use
times I
that
shot him
annoying
till he didn't
weapon
die.
against us. No,
Was
he's
the-
using a Maida multi tool.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh well.
Probe lost.
Let us kill the enemies with my... Let my... oh well, I'm gonna taste the blood of our enemies with this
New relic
scout
located.
rifle that I never want to use because I think it's too good for me.
Where are you?
No, here. I'm just
Their
doing
probes
stuff
active,
like
Guardian.
killing enemies.
Stop it.
Where is he? Where's he hiding? Come out.
He's
Oh,
there.
no, you don't wanna come out. Oh, yep, I see.
Watch out, he's coming.
Guardian down.
No, no.
You're falling behind.
Nope.
They got us.
Relic compromised.
Oh no, he's probably using a, nope, he's using a sniper. Better devils. Watch
There's a
out.
new relic.
He
Go
was
and get it.
hiding in that tunnel.
Yep. Where's the relic? Oh, it's here again. Oh no. Let's see this relic out of existence. What happened?
Probe activated. Defend it.
No, one's chasing.
Uh-huh.
He
Yes,
must
come
be
up.
here. No, he's here. I think.
Come up, enemy, yes. Yes.
Yeah, he was hiding in there.
You can't do anything about my burning eye. Well, you can because you've got a auto rifle and I was so weak.
Relic
Where is he?
secured.
He's
Gains
dead.
the lead.
Wait, really there's... oh, he doesn't even know how to play.
New relic
I
located.
feel bad for Kevin.
Well, he's obviously your target, you know.
No, he should be your target because he doesn't know
The
anything.
enemy's
Yeah,
probe is
but
out.
my lag
Shut
is
it
just
down.
causing me all the problems in not killing him. He's much faster than me, so you know.
I feel something behind me. Yup, it was Kevin. Kevin was behind me. It was him.
Relic lost. Lost the lead.
He had less than
You
1%
can't kill
on him, he
Daniel
didn't
before.
die.
I'm gonna revive you, Daniel.
Heavy ammo inbound. There's a new relic. Go and get it.
Oh, yes.
I have to admit that
Yes, I got... what?
Destiny 2 Crucible works
Heavy
better for me
ammo
than
available.
Destiny 1. Destiny 1 suffering from a lot more lag. You know?
Oh,
Well,
Oh,
I mean,
right.
I'm much more ineffective here compared to the other Crucible. Did you get it? I did.
yeah.
You're in the lead. Probe is out. Keep them away.
By the way, this is my first dash factory and it's a god roll. I suspect it's a god roll because multiple people have been asking me where did I get it?
Must be a
Yeah.
random drop, right? With a god roll.
Yeah, it's a random drop from the Crucible. Come out. Shots.
They're not taking my bullets,
Wow.
I'm afraid. I secured the
He used
Ah,
his
relic.
super. Everything can be solved by saying 2 words. He used his
New
super.
relic located.
yeah, he did use his
Oh.
bomb.
4 words actually. Just like that, I used my super and he died instantly.
Yeah.
And he probably didn't question it like someone else would, or anyone else.
Defend the probe,
Someone,
Guardian.
He
I
was
don't
just
know.
dead. Relic Hunter I got.
Good. I shall be called a good player in Crucible when I
5
miss
minutes remaining.
when I miss all of my shots. Body shot
Relic
isn't
secure.
even that
Not
annoyed.
secured, okay.
Guardian, down.
Where is he? Where is he?
Oh hey,
Quick, where is he?
he's just.
Because I got my
he's
super on,
nowhere.
where is he?
He died already. I killed him.
I wanted to revive
There's a
you.
new
but
relic.
you
Traded
died.
actually.
Go and get it.
Yep, I always revive myself. Respawn actually. Let's let them get this one. I feel bad for them. We'll still win if we. Okay. Yep.
Did I get him there with a super or not? Didn't get him. Didn't get
I'm
tethered.
gonna try to snipe them.
Their probe's active, Guardian. Stop it.
Guardian, down.
No, he used Mida multi-tool. By the way, that Kevin guy is just like you when I first met you.
Well, it was
Do you
obviously just
remember
right at the
the
beginning, you know.
Yeah, I know. But he, when he shoots, he doesn't move at all.
Hostile probe deactivated.
And the other one killed me now. Generally, I don't like rapid movement because it's affecting my nervous system, you know.
New relic located.
I prefer activity which is stealthy because this quick jumping and all that is
yes.
Guardian, down.
causing me all kinds of brain problems.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Oh, that's you. Okay.
Enemy probe out. Disable it.
Guardian, down.
No, Kevin, why? Why do you have to stand still when I expect you to move a little bit left?
Laggy. And you know, I talked to my internet service provider. They told me one
They've
day
got the
that
relic.
fiber is going to be here, and then when I called to reserve my place there,
Guardian, down.
they said no, this was a mistake. We don't have any fiber in there, so I'm not getting any fiber.
There's a new relic. Go and get it. One final push and victory is yours.
Which is absolutely infuriating. He told me exactly when the fiber was to come on, and then when I called back again, they said, well, that was a mistake. We are not actually having fiber in that area. So I'm not having any joy. Nothing. Can't do it.
Okay. That's not fun.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely infuriating because I really was planning for a whole different structure and everything, and
Yep, okay, we cannot let them get this. We need to get 2 kills more.
The enemy's
Only
probe is
we
out.
have to kill
Shut
them
it
one
down.
more time, both of them. And they need to kill
Guardian, down.
No, kill him fast.
Yeah, but that's
kill
to
him
see where he
in-
is.
he's at the 15-second place.
Relic
Guardian down.
compromised. The relics are the key. You've got to do more than fight.
Alright, let's do something else. I don't fancy this anymore.
Okay.
Do
Shall we
another.
do
No, I want to
Mayhem?
do another. Yeah, Mayhem. We'll do Mayhem.
Yep. And now that we are doing Mayhem, I should equip Ayas Luna. Let's see if I get another. Let's see if I get another. The Trials of Osiris or Iron Banner weapon. This is going to be so fun
Yeah, have a look.
to see if I get something. No, I got a. Yes, I got an Iron Banner weapon, like the new one. Yes, yes, I can finally be a really annoying person. Ha. Wah,
Which one do you have?
I got the Distant Star.
Okay. But this is so infuriating because I was planning for a selection of PvP matches in different games, you know, and I can't do it because they will not be doing the internet, the fast fiber in my local area. And they say, you know, one day they confirmed that they were going to be doing it. He gave me the exact times and everything. When I called on a specific day to reserve the place, then they said that was a mistake. We're not doing it at all, and we do not have any plans to do it either. So I don't know what I need to do really. I have to go to the parliament to complain because I've gone already through my local authority and all that. We really are bad with internet in the UK. It's just really bad. They didn't want to upgrade the infrastructure when they were introducing fibre, and previously, before fibre was invented, we were amongst the best countries in Europe, you know, at really fast speeds. That's because they were using the old wires and the old infrastructure. With fibre, they need to invest in the new infrastructure. They don't want to do that, and therefore we can't access it in all areas. And it's just absolutely dreadful.
Yep.
I don't know how this is going to work in the near future because there are lots of things which are invented that require that sort of fast upload speed, and people just won't be able to do it. So I don't know what on earth we'll do. The main problem I have is the picture quality. When I saw how poor the picture is while I was you know, testing it in Microsoft Store, it was dreadful. And purely in terms of the viewers, you have lots of viewers who are watching it on their PC monitors or 4K TVs, and therefore, you know, they can see the problem. If you watch it on your phone, it's not a big deal. But I don't know what I'm going to do really. It's seriously hampering the efforts of channel development and growth and everything. And my major worry is, as we next year going to have Xbox Project Scarlet and PS5 introduced, there will be a lot more taxing for the bandwidth, you know. They'll be using high quality processors, and they will be completely destroying the upload speed if one isn't really up to scratch. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
Okay.
And I've heard from quite a few people from our community, people who are UK based, they have exactly the same problem. But if I wanted to purchase like a fibre business, the most expensive package, I still couldn't, because they don't want to do the cables in the local area. It's just completely insane. And it's literally like water off duck's back. I can be complaining as much as I want, so complain every single month. There's absolutely no result whatsoever. It's a bit like if you had the most expensive mobile phone that there is, you know, the most expensive smartphone, and you can't connect to the server. So what's that phone gonna do? It's useless. You can do nothing with that most expensive phone because it's not connected to the server. And it's exactly the same problem. Not selecting anyone in there. We're just waiting. So what do? We go somewhere else.
Well, yesterday at least it selected, oh, someone has joined.
No, it's the rooms. They've reduced the number of rooms because Destiny 2 is very popular You know, they probably just drafted their resources to Destiny 2. Because, you know, for anything that we do there, it's very fast matchmaking. And in here, they're probably keeping just a very small number of rooms. We're all just queuing up. And the difficulty here is that people who are playing PvP in Destiny 1, they play it at all times. Do you know what I mean? Which means they're not leaving the rooms. They're sitting in a room playing. I mean, as they're already in the room, they're not going to be booted out. They're occupying space, and then therefore we're just waiting and waiting. Ah, dear me. Come on, we want some action.
Okay, so what else is there to do?
Well, I guess we can
Like,
rumble. We can do strikes. We can do weekly nightfall strike. It's just annoying that we are not getting anywhere with this. We can be seated in here the whole day. I don't want to waste time because my streams are not shortened. I can't be waiting that long, you know. Try rumble, see whether we got any joy in there.
I don't think we can do Rumble, but okay.
No, we can't because it's too full.
Yep.
Elimination.
What about Supermancy?
Can try. See whether how quickly it's selecting.
Oh, we're doing elimination. Oh no, we should have a third fire team member for this. Yep. Okay, well, let's go to elimination then. We'll get a random person anyway. But there will be, but there's a bigger chance of having a free piece against us.
Oh.
Like a full team of players against us that have good communication
If we can get selected, that's the thing.
Yep.
No, we can't really wait anymore, I'm afraid. Let's go and do some strikes. And we've done some Crucible already, so I have no time to wait, I'm afraid. Really a very tight schedule from today on.
Okay, I'm gonna have to change my character now.
Okay.
Yep.
Go to the tower just for a brief while. There we are. Back at the tower. Let's see. Do I need to do anything in here? Did you change your character already? Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Wonderful day, Guardian.
Not enough space.
Received. Done.
Wait, my vault is actually full. Oh no.
Have a nice day.
If you are using Ishtar Legacy app to be transferring weapons, remember, let's say Titan to Warlock or vice versa. Sometimes it gives you a message saying your weapons vault is full, but it's actually not a glitch. What you need to do is you need to liberate the space in your vault for one weapon in order to transfer in between characters.
I know.
You know that?
I've had
Because I
this
didn't know that.
happen before.
I didn't know that. I was trying to do this today with Black Spindle and it didn't work, and then I liberated one space in the vault and then it worked. Okay, so if you're ready, we'll what shall we do? Shall we do Nightfall Strike, or shall we do Siva Heroics? What do you prefer?
Nightfall L.
Maybe we'll do just one Siva Heroic Strike to start with, and then we'll do the Nightfall. Or do you want Nightfall straight away?
Like Nightfall straight away. What's the harm in that? Oh no! Well, at least it's an ironclad, which is more annoying than anything. Oh my gosh.
Daybreak we have. The darkness grows stronger, and so do you. Form a fighting of 3 and unleash your light. We greatly increase the ability to recharge.
Oh yeah. Okay, we will need a third fighting member for this. This is well annoying.
Airborne, players deal more damage while in the air. Juggler, no ammunition drops for equipped weapon. Small arms, primary weapon damage is favored.
We could probably do this because the only thing that is helping our enemy is Arc Burn and Daybreak.
Yeah, we'll try that. I can see that In30 is here. Hello In30, how are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us today as we restarted our broadcast within a new format. I've sort of changed a few things, and the format is a bit different to what we had before. So very good to see you. I'm very well indeed. In30 is asking about how I am. Very well indeed. I had last week dedicated to admin on the channel. We are restarting the Destiny broadcasts as usual. Well, what's different is that the broadcasts are going to be shorter. So instead of doing it for 5-6 hours, we're going to have 3-hour slots, and we are going to be a bit more diverse with maybe some other games being brought in. Also, the structure is basically when we start with the broadcast, we have the news. After news, we have gameplay, and then at the end, we'll have some community activity. So that's the change of the structure: shorter streams, and indeed more punchy and more focused on a specific activity. No, it's all good. Destiny 1 and Destiny 2 are going to be here all the time. It's just that we are going to be spreading the slots because... Hang on, did I do that properly? I probably did, yeah. Basically, what I want to do is I want to have, a change. We are coming towards the end of the first year, and therefore the changes being introduced in view of our community feedback and everything else we discussed. So you need more. Destiny 1 is not going to be disappearing from here.
The splicers would be the end
Just
of
going to
old
stay
Russia.
together with
Could be the end
the
of
sequel.
everything. The devils are evolving. Neutralize them before this goes any further, Guardian.
Yeah, diversity is more to do with the content, and also with the idea that if we provide shorter streams, we'll be a bit more focused, and we'll also introduce some other games from time to time.
All right. There's a series of old missile silos near the bunker. I've got reports of Hive near that location.
Sounds like the place to be.
From my glimmer? Yeah. And remember, target anything that moves. Every kill gets us one less splicer or Hive
now I
being
know
worked by
that
Siva.
Items and weapons go. Well, no, this is going to be the first thing to happen today.
I need to just put my Imago loop back on because Isoluna's not that good in here. In30 is asking me about the super. The super's going to be recharging very, very fast in here because we got that perk, and also I enabled Quiver. With Quiver, once my super's fully recharged, I can fire off the action rapidly like this. See?
We need a third player so our supers can recharge almost immediately.
I'm picking up several concentrated Siva nodes ahead.
EML's here today as well. Hello EML, how are you doing? Good to see you.
Defense
Thanks very much for joining us. All good down here. Nice and sunny, but not too warm. Is it raining out there in Ireland still?
Guardian down.
No, it's... I forgot it's up there. At least it's not the most annoying thing in there. Oh well, you're still doing that thing where you don't prefer to move while you shoot. And there's a thing that can shot you behind you. Aren't you a bit concerned about your... Oh no. Please revive me. No, don't go here. No.
I revived you.
No, you didn't.
Well, it didn't
You
register
took
properly,
your-
so there you go.
Oh well.
Yenon says, very cold at night and it's not too nice. No, I beg your pardon. Yenon said it's a very nice day today, so... But quite cold at night. Similar to what we have here. It's quite cold. I think it was about 6, I think, last night.
Wow, it's airborne. I don't have any
enemies here have been neutralized.
I've pinpointed another Siva node.
Yo. Yeet. I'm gonna yeet this enemy to death. Tupa yeet.
Picking up one more node. Let's go get it.
Wow, it's real laggy today.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Well, at least I can have 7 rockets, so no.
It was
Oh,
my
I
era,
know.
really. I just walked into the selection of shanks and all sorts.
No, Shanks, you cannot kill me. No.
Too many shanks in there. I was obliterated straight away. I just walked in there and there was like 3 or 4 shanks.
No, I missed. Nope, I didn't completely miss. Behind me, yup.
Thank God. Hold on a second, wait a minute, wait
There's
a
a
minute,
heavy
wait a
ammo,
minute, wait a
yeah.
minute, wait. I need to change my boots, because my
Yeah.
boots are not working now.
You should change your entire armor to something that has good rolls, actually. Should have thought this through when we started.
Just a minute.
Oh no, this is so bad. My secondary weapon isn't that any good.
Okay.
Oh well, at least it does something right. It lags so hard that it kills enemies after 10 seconds of them being alive.
That's the last node. Security protocols
It's
are clear
lagging
and
so much
hackable.
that the weapons do not
Push forward,
despawn.
Guardian.
Do you see this awesome weapon in the ground?
Yeah, you need to pick up, yeah, I can
And
see.
this, the regs promise as well. They are really good in PvP.
The splicers have fortified the entrance. We've got heavy resistance.
They must have driven the hive deeper into the silos. Fight through it.
No, don't you dare to shoot me. Die. Get me out of here.
I'm pinging new Siva energy spikes below us. Multiple
Okay,
nodes,
just
all powering another
through them
barrier.
now,
But I
quickly.
can't nail down their locations. The readings are too
Good.
sporadic.
You know what to do, Guardian. Find those nodes, unload on them, and keep moving.
Daniel, I think you should use black hole with your tether because that's way better.
It's hard to get a clean reading down here. Keep moving. The closer we get to each node, the easier they are to match. Looks like the splicers have taken this hatchery.
Strong.
The high bioorganic architecture is still intact, but there are microbursts of Siva activity all around us.
Used to be the Fallen would attack for resources, for survival, revenge. To invade a hive nest like this, Siva's changed them.
All right, still getting strong Siva readings. There must be another node.
Really change it to do you have you changed it already out of your
No, I've changed it now.
Okay, good. It's gonna be useful in the boss fight. I think the Olga covers when you throw a grenade at him, so that might not be true, or yeah. Yep. My super's recharging super fast.
Yeah, same here.
Heavy ammunition.
Hang on, see whether I've got my rocket launcher. I have that.
You should change your warpath and icebreaker to something that has arc damage.
That was done.
Yep, great choice. And you can choose an exotic for your
You're all that stands between the Splicer's High Priest and whatever mad science he's cooking up down there. End this.
That did it.
Okay.
No idea what those nodes were protecting, but the barrier's down. This doesn't look good.
Did you find the High Priest?
Ha! Nearly fell on my head. That's
Not exactly.
barrier.
well, I'm gonna fall on your head now next.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Well, I almost hit you.
Almost,
Let's
yeah.
examine the
Makes you
Olga
wonder
and
what they're
then
willing to do to us.
let's die.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
You shall not be alive. Oh, watch out behind us. Oh, this is there.
You got me straight away. It's trying to get away.
Go to the main enemies. Damn. Do you cover? No, he just goes faster. Yes, shoot at the wrong place, yay.
Guardian down.
Oh no, don't die, please.
So hit by.
But probably the main enemy. Who knows? I do hate this sniper. Now that they use you say that you're gonna, yes, you're gonna revive me for you this time, yes. How much damage as well as that. Oh no, it's freezer tanks, watch out, you're dead actually. Yeah, goodbye, I'm gonna take a sniper out of my well.
Ah, Sniper Shanks. Ah.
Yeah, really old annoying Shanks.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Closer than you think, Titan. Wait, you started it without me. Okay, that's something. Haha, die! You shall kill me, yes. Yes, you shall. How did he do that?
What killed me now? Devil Splicer, Kovik. Why did I die? Why did I die? I don't get it.
So
I must have been hit by the barrier.
Oh. No, I killed you actually.
Why?
Oh, it's... you didn't look up when it fell on you.
Yeah, don't do anything with the ogre. I need to put my synth on.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't
well,
removed from the
it's
field.
too late because I pressed you and it looks like it automatically did something.
I got killed again. I was putting my heavy on.
Yeah, I know. Hey, look at me, I'm dabbing. Oh, you know this now.
For the benefit of our viewers, as you can see, we've done some PvP in the Crucible, and now we've progressed to the Nightfall Strike, the weekly Nightfall Strike, which is very difficult. And, well, we'll try to complete it, really, in record time, but it needs to be seen whether that is going to be successful or not.
Yo, you can't hit me. Yes, good. Good, you saved me. I didn't get killed by him this time. Oh well, that's not gonna save me anytime soon. I need to get out of here. Well, at least I got sniper ammunition. Shrek, don't do this to me, Shrek. No. Thank you so much. No.
Oigo got me, I think. I was running literally through his legs, and... Or maybe it wasn't Oigo, maybe it was something else. I don't know.
Yeah, it was it.
Let's get a closer look at that thing. Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Shoot your tether now. Shoot it. No, too late.
It's lag.
Yes. He's the front away. Whoa! No, I see the shadow. I see the shadows coming closer to me. I see my death coming closer.
Watch your back.
No, not that way. Not this way.
Well, that's splicer feast we need to hit. Just give us a minute when I need to recharge my super. Don't.
I'm gonna change it to my
Don't do anything with Oiga. Leave Oiga for a minute. I want my super back.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
yeah, I know.
Okay, my super's back. Are you ready?
Not yet.
Right, tell me when you're ready. For the benefit of viewers, we are doing the Nightfall Strike, the weekend Nightfall Strike that is, and as you can see, we're struggling a bit here with that Spicy Priest.
Now I'm ready.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Let's see if this man. Shoot your tether now. Now. No. Yes, he teleported away. 2 times, yes, that's so good. Us.
What's this?
My death. What happened?
I don't have my head on.
That ogre is stopping anywhere.
Yeah, he's tethered, but...
Oh no, it's snipers. Snipers incoming. Hopefully not me, so please not snipers. I'm so happy. No! Okay, don't die. Don't die this time. Yep. Okay, and now come and revive as soon as you can.
Alright.
Now run back. Don't get out of the cover. Don't. Oh well, you're gonna die. By that.
Prophet of Doom you are! I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, you'll be. I just want to revive.
Ah!
Oh my gosh, what? What I killed them.
No, I was just about to revive you and this...
The ogre did nothing. The boundaries of time killed you. I don't know how, but somehow that happened.
Wasn't the ogre, wasn't...
No, you just died.
get a closer
The
look
ogre
at that
slammed next to you, and then you ran past the ogre, and then you died as soon
that's
as
what
you
it
got
was.
past the ogre.
I don't really know what happened then.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you?
Ready, yeah.
Yep, do you have your super?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot it before he spawns. Shoot it now.
ogre is-
Shoot it like
Well, that's
here.
disgusting.
Shoot it here. Shoot it here.
A lot more
Shoot
where that came
now.
from if the
Your
High
tether.
Priest isn't
Good.
removed from the field.
Yes. Yes. Look at that sweet damage. Look at it. Oh, watch out. I do not do it. Oh, the ogres.
I'm sure we survived, so that's good. Praise and please.
Okay. By the way, the ogres are right behind you. And me, I'm dead, I'm alive.
Yeah, survived.
No, 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 no!
Thanks.
Kill the Shanks, kill them fast. Kill them fast. Oh, our doom has arrived.
Too many of them.
Those
Too many
annoying
of them.
Shanks.
Yeah. Hold on, don't do anything. Wait.
No, I won't do anything. I'll just drop out these.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think I really should use this weapon. I should go back to my rocket launch, but it's so fun to use. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, now
Makes you
put
wonder
the
what they're willing to
tether.
do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
No, no, what? Why? Teleport away, you.
What happened?
Why isn't he called teleported? He's something to me. He's casually walking.
Yeah, he teleported early.
No, he didn't teleport at all. He just
Didn't he?
ran towards you. No, he just walked casually to you and then said, oh hey, you know what, I'm gonna teleport today, so he just
Let's get a
casually
closer look
walked
at
and
that
that's
thing.
why you died. I think that's too early, but okay.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out.
Let's kill
Eyes
it.
up, Guardian.
Any good?
It's happening. One eye not dead, and he's
I'm
he's
dead, I had my
casually
super
walking
on.
again. He's walking again. He's walking everywhere. Wait, this would be one. Wait, is this actually the somehow? If we actually do this, just
Well, he is down really, with his life's down quite a bit, isn't it?
yeah, a little bit. Probably a little bit, not so much. Sniping you while you are down. No. It has to be up. Good job, team. Bad job for me. No.
Oh, mistake. I've done something terrible. No, it was a terrible error that I've done. I fired off my super in the completely wrong direction.
Yeah.
Well,
I need more raid weapons. I need to complete more raids. This is annoying.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Okay, you can.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
I don't have any rockets
Sounds
now.
like you're about to find out. Eyes
Yeah,
up,
it
Guardian.
doesn't really matter. We just need to kill him. Yeah, you should use your super yeah. Watch out. Yes, this time he teleported actually. He just casually walked to us. What's behind you? No, that happened again. I'll
Looks like Oiga killed me, but I thought I was evading him, alright. So you wanna be like sitting on his head, do you?
Yeah. No, it is enemy. Mouth, yes! Headshot. Good headshot. Yes, it worked.
Is he tethered now? No?
I'm dead. The over comic says monster killed me. You should, yeah, go to my respawn thing. Go and revive me now. He's right behind you, the annoying. Yes, go.
Well, it's the lag. I mean, I've tethered him, so I should have had enough time to revive you, but
mistakes were made. I've used the wrong rocket launcher. Wait a second.
yeah.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
I don't have my super.
Well, let's wait because I don't have my super. Steel Oracle. Here's my favorite rocket launcher that I've used for so long, but I forgot it when I got my Yellowhorn, or actually Word of Oh, Daniel, please watch out. Ooh, it didn't kill you. Oh no. Oh no. You saw that before on the spot, Daniel. Oh no.
That ogre is... Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more
You
where
should
that
have
came
shot
from
the
if
light
the High
here.
Priest isn't removed from the field.
Yeah. No, actually, that's the right spot to do shooting.
Where's he gone now?
Behind.
Tethered him again. Tethered him alright, but I couldn't get away from there quick enough.
Behind us. If you can't get him,
No, I don't have it.
These minions are spawning, they are spawning, kill them, shanks up above. Behind you. No, you cannot. You literal evil. No, you cannot.
I've tethered him, but I don't know what killed me. Probably shanks or something. Oh well.
Kills me good. I don't want that to hit.
I don't have a super.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
I'm low on rockets as well.
I don't know what I can do here now. Okay, shoot your tether now.
Well, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Shoot it here.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Okay, he's behind us now. Now he's behind us more. Don't go there. Yep, that's not good there.
Got in his line of sight.
Yep. I'm dead.
Yeah, we are both dead. Hang on, I need to really have both my super and my rockets because otherwise he's too strong from the beginning, you know? To get my rockets.
Yep.
Hold on, don't go anywhere.
I really need to change my super now. Okay, done.
I still don't have my.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
I don't have my heavy. I need to have my heavy ammunition on, because otherwise I'm too weak. From Google while still waiting, right? I'm howling, did you see that? I don't have everything, hey! Don't do anything in there.
What?
I don't have what I need, so I need to wait.
Just having fun.
No, he says, one exotic catalyst down, 2 to go. Congratulations, sir. Sounds really good. 1 exotic catalyst completed, 2 still to go. Well, this is the way to go.
I haven't done. I've only done 3 exotic catalysts in the game. Yep.
Full of 5 US, if you're wondering what exotic catalysts are, this is a quest that one would be completing in Destiny 2, and we talked about that earlier in this broadcast, so anyone who is doing the sequel will be familiar with it. Okay, so I think that's alright now. I've got my super and I've got my rockets, so we are good to go.
Yep.
Okay. Tell me when to fire up the super.
Now.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Oh no, that's the wrong thing. Haha, it's so close.
Captain Jack says off to the Whisper mission to do sweet business catalyst. Sounds very good.
Oh, I'm dead. I'm so dead. Haha, I'm not dead. Haha, you couldn't. You thought you could kill me, but you can't.
You can't kill if you're in a bubble.
I'm invincible.
Don't be that sure.
I'm not invincible anymore.
Okay, you can revive me there.
Oh.
But that ogre is not going anywhere.
No, okay, we can do that better. A lot better.
Okay.
If I would remember that I have this super.
With a bubble, yeah.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
I've got my super, okay. Fire up. I'm not.
Not yet. I got my super now.
Okay.
That ogre.
Now it's fire.
Well, that's disgusting.
A lot
There's
more
a
where
bubble
that came
back
from
here.
if the
You
High
can,
Priest isn't removed from the field.
Get the weapons of light. goddamn, the weapons of life were actually so good to have.
He didn't look at me. Why was it dead? What's happened?
He used that generic melee attack.
He stamped the ground. When he stamps, then we die, do we? Or?
Yeah, that happened.
No, we were too close to him. That's the fact.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Yeah, I got my soup. I got my rockets. There's always something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ready? What is soup?
Not yet.
No, okay.
I need to get my rockets.
Tell me
In
what
a minute.
can do the supers.
I'm dead. Oh no, I'm not dead. Half the fucking could kill me, but I survived. Okay, I have... let's wait a minute, because I have to get my heavy ammunition. Do you have to get your heavy ammunition?
I think it's still on cooldown. Because I've just used
How much
my...
time?
About 50 seconds. So just give it... Well, we'll wait. And I'll halve.
50 seconds is okay. I got it 30 now.
Can you see what I'm doing?
By the way, hey Daniel, would you want to do Daisy raid at some point?
Maybe at some point, but not at the moment, because we are coming to the end of the broadcast.
Yeah, by the way, what?
So,
Yeah.
and we once
By
we
the
finish,
way, when we raid, what? Because the raids are so long, what are you gonna do when we raid? Okay, do you have your?
hang on, I think my synth is still not accessible. Still a couple of seconds. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Yep.
That ogre is...
Let's do
Well,
this.
that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came
Teta,
from
Teta,
if the High
Teta.
Priest isn't removed from the field.
You said misadventure.
You actually shot inside of my bubble.
Yeah, but I didn't know that the bubble's gonna pop up, you know, next to my hand.
Well, if you see purple on your screen, you'll just think, oh hey, that's the bubble.
No, I didn't see it. I was dead before it popped up.
Oh no, I can't. I can't. Do you see where the boss is? It's right on top of you, I think.
Oh dear.
Still thinking about that at some point when you have to go like, yeah.
No, no.
Let's get a
Well,
close
let's
look,
try
I
to
think.
finish it. We're not gonna carry on indefinitely, but the barriers are falling on my head yet again.
Okay, now shoot your Teta.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Come
Sounds like
inside
you're about
this
to
bubble
find out.
and go out.
Eyes
You'll
up,
get
Guardian.
a sweet buff of damage. Whoa. Good. No, don't do this to me. Popping a bubble around here. That will the ogre will be able to get in, so we are not safe. Just like that.
I don't know what killed me.
older because he was inside of the bubble. Or outside actually, and he went outside because he was dead probably. Yes, good older. Please don't come inside, he came inside. No, I went inside. Bad luck.
No, something happened also both to you and to me there with that Toiga. He was inside and then he was able to kill us.
Yep.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Oh well, you already didn't even examine this so well. Right?
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Yes, I can finally put my controller in place in peace.
Ah. Reload.
What you actually cannot. What you can actually. Yeah, being in front of this always a good idea. This inside, get out. Get back in. This back inside already. Get in, get out, get out.
Don't have any more. I couldn't walk through his legs now for some reason, don't know why.
It's really good that
Nearly caught me again. Ah, what caught me now? Shanks.
oh no, it's shank time. It's the definition of the annoyment. Here to annoy you. Yes. I can actually stay alive. I'm invincible. Yay. I'm invincible. Ah! Annoying shank.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Hold on. I'm just multitasking here with a few things coming in.
Yep. Doesn't bother me so much.
Okay.
Oh wait. E. You can't pop the tether now.
Yeah, hold on. I'm not.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Oh,
That's
Sounds
okay.
like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Now. Oh, bye. Hopefully not. I'm bubbling. Bubble up. Okay, good. I've got my super again. Yes. Yeah, one at a time. Good. No, not good. Is your
Let's get a
tether
closer
ready?
look at that thing.
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Tether
Yeah.
out.
That oatmeal. Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Okay, this. What's up, Daniel? Okay, that runs something like that. No, don't come close to me.
Where is he?
He's shooting at you. You missed. Watch out, you're dead, Daniel.
The wretched Iger got me.
No, I shouldn't have done that. Fear. How unhappy I am. Watch out, watch out. No, what the? Oh, he wasn't inside of my bubble, that's how.
Let's get a closer look at that thing. Makes you
can
wonder
pop your
what they're willing
tether
to
now.
do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Don't go there. Watch out behind you.
I didn't have my super. I would have tethered all of them otherwise.
Your leg. His leg is the most annoying thing ever.
Yeah, it's lagging, it's the whole thing.
He kicked me out of my bubble and then killed me. Second part of the day, I swear.
Let's get a closer look at that.
Okay, you have
thing.
your super, not yet. Oh, you have it.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what they're willing to do to us.
Sounds like you're about to find out. Eyes up, Guardian.
Okay, good. Please go. No! No!
Everyone came to that bubble. It was like a big party in the bubble.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get a
I
closer
don't
look
have
at
a
that thing.
bubble yet. You can shoot your tether.
That ogre is. So that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Yes.
Where is it?
He's, watch out behind us.
Yeah, there's not a big one there.
Your super definitely help. Oh no, Shanks. Shanks are coming with us. If I put my super here, I should be safe from this.
Well, I don't understand. It must be the lag, because every time I've gone through his legs around him,
Yep.
he killed me. So it must be the lag. Can't think of anything else.
I'm straight up safe from anything twice a day here. But the Shanks will kill me if I go outside.
Yeah, that's right. Because he's down on life quite a bit.
Yes. No, he's behind me. He's right behind me. No, where? No. You can't shoot through my bubble.
I'll tell you what we do.
What?
I'll make you team leader. See whether there's going to be any difference.
Okie dokie. Well, that's going to be
Let's
some
get a closer
difference,
look
I
at that
think.
thing.
What more? It's not going to join us, I don't think.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see what I got. No, I don't have my rockets now yet.
Yes.
That ogre is.
Good.
Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
is definitely here for me. And I'm dead. We didn't do enough damage. We didn't skip this stage.
I don't see him. Where is he?
We should.
Where is he? He's hiding, is
there. Right opposite of us. I'm gonna go pick up this ammunition if there's any. I don't see anything. Do you have your super?
No.
Yep. Let's wait until you have your super. When do you have it? Just say. No, don't use it when you have your super. Go into my bubble and out. Now, go into my bubble and out. No, you pop your super. And now let's kill it. Okay, so shanks are going to be spawned. Come here, Come there, go there. Good. Now you can kill anyone that comes here. You can pop a dead head right outside of this bubble. Please kill you with that.
I've tethered him, but he killed me.
I'm dead. If I don't go outside and back in, oh what? This is clearly impossible. Because of those shanks. We need that further fire defender.
Yeah. I don't have my super, just give it to me.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
The frustrating it is, yes it is. Okay, I'm ready. What about you?
Yeah.
Hope you're turn out.
That ogre is... Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Stop locking.
You must have woken up the thing whilst my rocket was going out. You didn't see.
I'm gonna pop out to leader because my internet just usually changes its mood and it seems like it's in a very bad mood today now.
Yeah.
So you're going to be the... Yup. You come out to leader. What shall I do? Well, of course I shall do that. Come over here. Yes. That's just what I needed. Get out of that bubble. That bubble is not safe. This is safe. I'm gonna go on a mission that I will die on. I'm gonna die. Oh no! No, you shall not live anymore. You shall not live any longer.
Lag.
Devils, get out of this world. You cannot stay alive. Don't come close to me. No, die.
That Olga's really not.
No! I said you couldn't be in this world anymore. Don't come close to me. Don't even look at me.
There's a shank in the bubble. We'll give it. You know what? We'll give it one more try, and then I have to go.
Okay.
This is really difficult. It's really the modifiers and all other things which are hampering our efforts.
The modifier is named you need to have a third player team member to succeed.
Let's get a closer look at that thing.
Are you ready?
Not really, no.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, now I'm ready.
That ogre is... Well, that's disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't removed from the field.
Die. This front leg. Please say that we are going to do this. Yep, we are going to definitely do this. Shank spot.
Shank! I tethered all of the other ones and Shank killed me.
No, let me at him. Let me kill that Shank.
Give it one more try.
We shouldn't. If you really want, we can.
Let's get a
I
closer
don't have
look
my
at that
super.
thing.
Well, I'm not even ready yet.
Okay, my super's on.
Well,
Yeah?
I
or not?
really need my heavy ammunition. Do you have your heavy ammunition?
4 rockets.
Okay, I popped your
Well, that's
super.
disgusting.
A lot more where that came from if the High Priest isn't
Go
removed
into my
from the
bubble
field.
and out. Good.
I don't know why I died. Because he was not firing at me or anything. It's something to do with his bubble.
Yourself.
I was going in and
Yeah,
out of the bubble. I didn't hit the bubble.
That one. You should do that only once, at least. Yep, one dead.
Well, we'll call it today for today, I'm afraid. This is difficult. We'll do it on another day with another team member. But it's been good fun. Obviously, we've been trying, and it's been a really, really good activity.
Most of the time.
Guardian down.
There we are. So thanks very much, Crucible, for coming in, and we'll carry on another day. And for the benefit of viewers, we have been delivering our broadcasting in some different formats today. We've had news first, then we've had our PvP and the strikes, and well, we didn't have much of community content right at the end because we've spent a lot of time doing the Nightfall, which unfortunately we were not able to complete. But on that note, I should say, well, thanks very much for coming, and thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting this channel, for being our dedicated and valued Destiny fans and members. And we'll carry on as usual with Destiny 1 and 2, and we'll introduce some other games in the near future. So until then, I wish you all a very, very good afternoon.
Yep. Bye. See you later, Daniel.